With its tree-lined streets and beautiful homes, Winter Park is undoubtedly one of the crown jewels of Central Florida. Chartered in 1887, it was originally developed as a winter retreat for wealthy northerners wanting to escape the cold winters. It seems down these brick roads and behind every door, there's a story to tell about Central Florida history. Today on Ready, Set, Renovate, we step inside one of those buildings that has a unique history as it begins a new chapter.
From the outside, you'd never know this building is packed with history. This is the same building 50 years ago.
So this was the shopping center of Orlando at the time. This was it. This was the big show here.
As one of the most popular department stores in the Southeast, the name Ivy's brings back great memories for interior designer Betty Cox.
My grandmother used to bring us here. There was a soda shop in here, and we used to sit up at the soda shop and get soda floats.
It wasn't a modern new development that changed the face of this location. It was fire.
It was one of the biggest fires nationwide, and ironically enough, it actually happened on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday, 1969, 5 a.m. A blaring alarm was thought to be a malfunction, but it was actually a warning of the fire raging within the store. Flames shot 40 feet in the air as firefighters struggled to shut down the gas lines. There wasn't much left, but the concrete slab survived. And today, a mixed-use residential and office building called The Lofts stands atop the old Ivy's foundation. Betty is using the very surface she walked during her childhood as her inspiration.
So when they asked us to do design work for them here, I really wanted to stay with the history of this mall. And so they really wanted it to stay original to urban living and to kind of keep it a little bit of industrial.
Betty has her work cut out for her. Her team will renovate the common areas in the building as well as the model apartment, all while tenants are living and working here.
As they go through, we just kind of make it a joke that, pardon the dust, and it is dusty, but it'll be worth it at the end.
Betty's first job is to transform this tangle of tubes.
So Betty, this is one thing that the contractors were talking about covering up with drywall, and you
Correct.
said, no sir.
Yeah, no. To me, this is a piece of art for the lofts. I was intrigued by this piece, and we're gonna end up making this to look like a shadow box. This is actually electrical conduits, which supplies all the power to this whole building, goes through all of these cables. And so we're gonna paint the back to look black, so it looks like a shadow box. We're gonna frame it out with reclaimed wood, and we're gonna backlight it. So then
While Betty finalizes the layout for the shadow box, master carpenter Tucker Warren uses more reclaimed wood to give the lift a new look.
We get a concept drawing, and then we put it to some sort of scale. And then we'll go back to the shop, lay it out on the ground, and then lay our pieces out, and then number them in each package. So when we come to the field, we already have it established. Because if you tried to do that here in a confined area, well, you'd certainly be, it'd take you all day.
Right, especially because this building is in use at
Absolutely.
all times.
And the tenants aren't the only thing the carpentry team is working around.
He's gonna go right around it.
As a lifelong carpenter, Tucker says he loves trying to unravel the secret history held in each piece of wood.
May have had some dark paint on it one time, and it's definitely oak, appears to be red oak versus white oak. And the grayish tone is just years of iron. Rain, a lot of iron in the water. The heavy grain is just from wear, weathered wear, winters and stuff like that, wind, things of that nature.
While the weathered wood will give the space a unique look, Tucker says he prefers some color consistency. To get a more unified hue, he uses a carpenter's trick that you can try at home.
That we take a little bit of fertilizer, and that has a high content of iron in it. Then we just mix it with a little bit of water. We apply it on the edge, like so. And probably in about 15 minutes, you'll see that turn very dark or gray.
And so then you've got a nice consistent piece of wood where you can even see it on the edges right now already.
Yep.
With a slightly darker wood tone in the works, designer Betty is bringing in lighter paint colors for contrast.
this was the beginning of the whole project, was this wall. Our paint wall, the notorious paint wall. But these were colors that we had in our mind that we would like to bring into the building to lighten it up but still give warmth to the environment. And also gave the residents a feeling that they were involved too. We really want their involvement.
They saw the paint colors and they were able to give you some feedback as to what they liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the
As the new Edison bulb light fixtures go up in the common areas, Betty moves on to the model unit. The makeover won't change the existing layout, but new paint, furniture, and decor will be added to soften the industrial edge. The 4-piece bathroom will get some much-needed storage space, as well as a style upgrade.
So we're gonna have this, it's kind of like an industrial, kind of a ladder, but it's shelving, and we're putting boxes on it so we can have folded and rolled towels and boxes to put private products in it and that kind of thing. And then the sink is gonna get polished up so it looks really nice. We don't wanna skirt it. It needs to be looking like it's industrial. And then for the shower area, we're actually doing drapery instead of a shower curtain. So it goes all the way to the ceiling to give the illusion of that bathroom being larger and taller.
Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate, Betty gets to work on the model unit, and
We'll show you a novel way to turn an old book into a fun and free decor project.
Go to an old bookstore and buy a 25-cent book
Okay.
and tear the cover off.